Hi everybody, Garling with you today from down under in Australia with a little technique tutorial for Lindys Stamp Gang and in collaboration with More Than Words Challenge. More Than Words Challenge this month was to use the word free. So I'm making a tag. I've cut that out. I've put some gesso on it and some texture with some texture paste, dried it off, and we're good to go. I'm using Lindys Stamp Gang's High Maintenance Magenta Magicals and Lindys Stamp Gang Prima Donna Purple Magicals. Now I've sprayed water on my tag, added some Magicals and letting them do their magic. Beautiful, beautiful, intense, rich colours. Now I'll dry that off. Now I'm going to daub it a little bit of embossing ink with an ink dauber. And I'm going to just sprinkle a little bit of Lindys purely white embossing powder. You'll note I'm just sprinkling it around the edge because the middle is going to be covered and I just want the white speckles to show. Nothing too hard, just very random, just a sprinkling. But because I daubed it with the embossing ink, it will stick. Now I'm going to heat emboss a little bird, and that's using another Lindys embossing powder, polka purple, lovely rich purple for my little bird. And now I'm going to use some Lindys Magicals to colour my flowers. Now I've just started off there by spritzing that flower with some water, making a little puddle of the purple, Prima Donna purple, and now I'm just brushing it on with my brush. And because I sprayed the flower with water first, the colour bleeds up and throughout the flower, and you get a very good coverage without too much effort at all. Okay, now for my second flower I'm using High Maintenance Magenta, but I'm putting it on much heavier this time because I want the two flowers to be totally different. And it's so easy. I just made a little puddle with water and some Magicals and just brushed it on. Now I think I'll give that first flower a second coat to intensify the colour a little bit. And there you go. And now I might just brush a little bit of the purple just onto the edges of that rose spray. How pretty do they look? Started life off as white. Now I'm going to use a little bit of the Prima Donna Purple Magicals on my little birdhouse and my leaves here. These were just some die cut leaves. Again, I've just made a little puddle of the Prima Donna Purple Magicals and just very roughly brushed it on. Sprayed the birdhouse with a tiny bit of water, wiped off the excess, and it just gives it a hint of colour. And we'll dry all those off. Didn't want to totally cover the little birdhouse, I just wanted to add a little bit of colour. Okay. Now we'll start a little bit of construction. I'm going to just distress those edges of my tag. How gorgeous do those two Lindys colours look together? Stunning. I'll just put some cardboard on the back of that just to give it some dimension before sticking it onto the main tag. I've done this tag based on the April mini challenge over at More Than Words. Each month they ask you make a card, tag or ATC, and they give you a word and you must be able to see the word. This month the word is free. So I thought what better than to put a little birdie on there. So now I'm just layering all my bits and pieces up onto my little tag. Oh, how nice do those flowers look with the coloured up with the Magicals. Pop the little birdhouse. Uh-oh, I forgot to put some fibres on. Gee, I do that all the time. I'm getting so forgetful. So no problem. Glue wasn't dried, so I just lifted the flowers, popped some fibres in, and stuck them back down again. Added my little birdhouse, and now I'll glue on those leaves that I coloured up with the Magicals, the purple Magicals. They are my most favourite thing at the moment, magicals. They really are magic. The way the colour just is so intense. So it just is gorgeous. Now I've got some little words I'm going to stick on. Got my little birdie in the middle of my flowers there in front of his birdhouse. And the little words say, fly away, be free. Now I'm just going to glitter my tag up with some gorgeous new Angel Mix sequins by Dress My Craft. These are available over at the Scrapbook Diaries online. I'm using the mauve ones, but there's aquas and there's greens and there's reds. Oh, there's a myriad of colours. They are absolutely gorgeous. It's like a mixture of all different blingy sequiny bits. Now I'm just going to put a little bit of gesso on the edges of my petals and things just to tone it all in and soften the whole look a little bit. And I've just mixed some gesso and water there, and I'll just splatter a little bit of that on. Get my bow out of the way. And there we go. Tag all finished, ready to submit to More Than Words challenge. I hope you like it. Here's some close-ups of my tag with the products that I used. Those two colour magicals just go so beautiful together. I've put the names at the end of the video. They're Prima Donna Purple and High Maintenance Magenta. And they really will colour anything. Thanks for watching. Until next time, happy crafting. Bye for now.